Okay, part of me wants to say just meh to this episode, but there's a part of me that actually did like it because I wasn't really expecting Kellen to be in danger for really like a long time, but then Desi makes the interesting point that yeah, there's more to this girl than meets the eye, so she at least contemplates going over to Malolo and bringing in Sebastian and maybe one other person from the old Navini tribe, excluding Wendell Kellen and Dominic. So I'm trying to figure out who that leaves. I can't do the math right now, but anyway. Yeah. Interesting idea. Then you've got Laurel contemplating that she wants to go with that option or stick to where she has been this whole time. Couple of nice challenges again, and it's really interesting to see that it's just been women who have been carrying immunity this season. And if you look back to last season, Guy only won individual immunity once. So yeah, it seems to be kind of on the rise. We'll see if this continues, because during the challenge I was actually hoping Michael and Sebastian would lose just so that could continue, yeah. But it does kind of prove the point that even though Chelsea has frequently been talked about as a potential threat, she actually doesn't seem to be doing that much in terms of airtime. So probably good that I didn't select her as a winner pick, but it's a really informal process, and even then I cheat because I don't select one person to win the game at the beginning. I select 3 people to win the game after the first Emerge episode. So really, that's a cheap cop-out, you know? Yeah. So there's that. Ultimately, though, not too much happened, and then Desi gives a speech at Tribal that made me think, yeah, most likely you're going, but I was a little sketchy when Michael started getting votes, but then Desi got votes again, which confirmed that, yeah, she was gone, but... yeah, so that's kind of why I want to think of it as meh, because the eventual outcome was kind of obvious, and just... it makes me think even more that a lot of these big players, Dom, Wendell, and Michael, they're not going to win this game. Well, by default, 2 of them can't win the game, but something is going to happen eventually, I think, because Michael is really giving the vibe of, well, he's this close to being like a dead man walking, back how back in game, like, Dead Man Walking, like back in Game Changers, where I kept saying over and over again that Sierra and Andrea were living on borrowed time. Yeah, they did get a little further than I was expecting, but they ended up getting booted, and as I predicted, they chose to vote out Sierra over Brad, although I'm pretty sure Brad had immunity, that Tribal. Yeah, because he won Michaela, then all 3 in the finale, so that was the other time, I believe. Right. So that's that. But it's not bad, because as I say, as this season goes along, it's getting better, and I'm really glad that I'm binge-watching, more or less binge-watching this season, because the overall story I think is going to turn out to be nice, but the individual segments, like with San Juan del Sur, a little disappointing. Yeah, and then with the rapid fire boots that we're going to be getting shortly, it's going to make it a little worse in my mind. But I really do hope that the winner of this season can nod and say, yeah, I did a good job of this. That's what I hope. So I know I didn't get into specifics. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I want to mention. During Rob Sister Nino's live Know-It-Alls video, Jimmy T from Nicaragua made a comment that he's been watching Laurel, who's the black chick, finally I know her name, and he's like, yeah, she has the potential to make the various moves, but I feel like she's had about too many chances at this point, and I kind of get where he's coming from, because she did seem to make that decision to stick with it. Dominic and company a little too quick, I guess. Now, it is better for her game the next day. Like I said, that it was better for Sierra to vote out Joaquin rather than Joe to help her game out the next day, but is that going to pay off for her in the long run? I don't know. It did pay off for Sierra because her group got rid of everybody, and she even outlasted the outsiders in that group when Mike started winning immunity. So yeah, that paid out for her pretty well. It's going to be interesting to see if that works out for Laurel, yeah. And then Donovan finding the two halves of the idol from Koran. I don't consider this to be a cheat because this is them trying to hide the merge idol again, I think. And even then, we did have one of the free original tribe idols played, but I really do think this is them just hiding the merge idol over and over again. So then if we lose an idol that was on the original tribes, they're either not going to rehide them or they're going to only rehide one of them. So if we get a rapid fire of idol plays, I bet we'll be down to 2 at most, but hopefully it'll just be 1. And do I think that there's too many advantage things? Kind of, but this is becoming the norm, and this is a season where we knew right from the get-go that there would be a lot of advantages. So this is definitely more forgivable than other times. Yeah. I don't think Angela's game is that important, although it would have been real interesting to see what she was playing for, because that might have been Steven's steal a vote bit, yeah. And, like, I knew from the fact that she didn't get really any confessionals after she was, after she left Ghost Island, that it wouldn't be a big deal that she lost her vote, which I am glad for. I think we're good here.